For the Vikings, I have them taking the corner. They really need one. Jermon McCoy is actually one of the more talented corners of the class, but I think he may potentially drop a little bit below some of the other corners just because he is coming off a torn ACL. That being said, the Vikings are in a position, I feel like, where they can afford to be a little more patient. I think Kevin O'Connell's pretty established as their coach. New GM coming in, obviously they figured their problems were because of the GM, which is pretty much accurate. Their GM did a terrible job with draft picks. So I think they go corner here, someone that could be a future top corner. They have really needed one for a long time now. Like they keep trying to draft guys and they have not succeeded. But I think they could finally nail it with this one once McCoy is, ready to be a full go.
Intern agrees with you wholeheartedly on that pick. I agree with you, but I have Avion Terrell available. I think that with him being on the board, this just makes a lot of sense. It seems like they would be a good fit. Terrell can play now, doesn't really need. Like, this is a pick where I feel like the Vikings don't need to be patient with. They can just take and plug and move on. But I mean, corner's a definite need. They gotta do something to shut down the pass. I don't know why I took that away because I'm moving on to the Panthers. This is where I went with McCoy. I think this is another need for yet another NFC team, and I think the Panthers can start getting a little bit of a defensive identity here with McCoy. Um, Tones went with Terrell, so he valued McCoy a little bit more than Terrell. But he and I are on the same page for that. Who did you take, Justin?
I have the hometown boy, TJ Parker from Clemson, goes to the Panthers here. Again, the edge rushers continue to rise. TJ Parker, definitely one of the more dynamic edge rushers in college football, is, for many years now. Going to be a guy who is going to be really good in the NFL. Again, the Panthers trying to find an identity defensively. Maybe it could be a strong edge rush, thanks to TJ Parker.
I think that's a solid pick.
Yeah.
Um, I think he would do well. I do expect him to rise. Right now, I don't have him in that range. I have him more like upper second round. But I think with the right pro day and the right combine, we can see him fly up the board pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Seems like we've done this pick before, Justin.